Welcome back. So iOS 14 is full of new camera features, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll see that I'm pretty excited about a lot of them. Now, if we look at Apple's official documentation on the website, they've got 7, 8 features here, and it's not clear which phones get what. In some cases they will mention, like 10s, 10s Max. Other cases they don't really mention which phone it is. Is it for everyone? Is it not for everyone? Are people with the iPhone 6s and SE going to get all these features? Well, it's confusing. So in this video, we're going to break it down. This is iOS 14 camera features, exactly which feature each iPhone model will get. And this is all based on my own testing with the iOS 14 Beta 3. So I did my testing with 3 different phones, 6s Plus, the 10s Max, and the 11 Pro Max. And if you look at the results overall, we'll see that there's 3 different groups. The oldest phones at the top, the 6s to the iPhone 10, we're seeing the least amount of new features, about 4. Then if we go down to 10R and the 10s, then we start seeing 10 features, which is quite a bit. And then if you go to the 11 and 11 Pros, those are up to 12. So overall, the 10s and the 11s, those are the phones that got the most out of this year's update, but the older phones were not left behind either. So take a moment to like this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yes, there are more Xperia videos coming. So first, let's start with the features everyone's supposed to get. And these are mirroring the front camera. So if you are taking a selfie, the photo you see on the screen is what you get in the photo. Active camera indicator, which is the little dot at the top that shows you if the camera is active or not. Toggle video resolution, which is, when you're taking a video at the top, you can see the frame rate, and you can tap on the frame rate to just change it immediately without having to go into settings. And overall faster performance, so faster to launch the camera and faster to navigate around. Now, these 4 features are working on the 10s and 11s, but on the 6s, the mirror front camera was kind of working in Beta 2, but it's broken in Beta 3 for me. And the toggle video resolution is also broken. So hopefully Apple fixes these issues. So next, let's talk about the biggest set of new features. And these are coming to the 10R and the 10s. And the first one is the new camera interface. And I have a previous video about this that I'll link here, but essentially this is the camera interface from the iPhone 11s. And this gives us, quick take video. So if you slide the shutter button, you can take a quick video. You can also slide it in the other direction to take burst images. We're also supposed to be seeing exposure control, which is new to the iPhone 11s as well, where we can change the exposure compensation. I also have talked about this in a previous video that I'll link here. We're also supposed to be seeing faster shots, which I've tested. And this is not burst images, this is just tapping the shutter button as fast as you can and getting more photos out of it. And this is a big improvement if you just want to smash the shutter button over and over again. You can get quite a few shots. And also being able to trigger burst with the volume button is in both these 2 families of phones. So last, let's cover just the iPhone 11s. And this is some interesting findings that I also have a previous video about, where I looked at the photo quality on the iPhone 11 Pro, with iOS 13 and iOS 14. And there is improved photo quality as well as video quality. And you can see that video if you want to see more details. But across the board, from bright situations to night mode situations, the photo quality is improved. And you might have read that in night mode we also get an indicator to help you take a stable photo. What's interesting is with the 10s Max, I've also noticed some improved photo quality. So if we look at our favorite subject, the elephant here, you'll notice that in iOS 14, it is a little bit sharper and is a little more detailed. Now, the difference is not as big as it is in the iPhone 11s, but it is noticeable. I did more testing, in different lighting conditions, as well as 4K video, and I'm not seeing big changes here, which is why we have a question mark. I mean, there might be some improvements, but it's not noticeable. It seemed like they definitely focused on giving a boost to the iPhone 11 family. Also worth noting is that the iPhone 11s had this feature called capture outside the frame. I also talked about this in a previous video. And this is removed. So right now, all you can do is view outside the frame. And I've also filed an issue with Apple on this. I'm really hoping they bring this feature back because it was very useful to get that extra information. So here's a summary of everything that we covered in this video. You can see all the features on the left for the camera, as well as the 3 different groups of phones. You can see, the oldest phones get about 4 features. In the middle, the 10s and the 10R family gets most of them, and the 11 and 11 Pro pretty much get everything except for that capture outside the frame that we just talked about. It would have been great if Apple had given us a table like this. I think we all could have used this clarity when the update went out because everyone was trying to figure out what their phone would get. So hopefully you found this helpful and this answered some questions. Obviously, this is not a robust list. This is just based on my testing and what I found. There might be more nuance in the 6S to the 10. So overall, it's pretty impressive to get this much capability in just a software update. It's also worth noting that I found 4 different broken features in my testing that I haven't read here. And I encourage everyone, if you're seeing any of these issues with your phones, use the feedback assistant, use the app, or use the website down here. Let Apple know. Let them know that you're seeing the problems and they're more likely to fix them. And if you have any other comments or insights that you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments and let the community know. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you're new. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.